Hello and welcome to the Daily Millwall for Saturday, the 26th of August 2023. In today's Millwall news, today was match day and Millwall won at home to Stoke. Won 1-0. This is the match report from southwarknews.co.uk. It was a huge win for the Lions after they dominated the first half, but were left clinging on in the final minutes of the game. Kevin Nisbet scored his first goal for Millwall and the Lions survived the nerve-shredding few minutes to secure a much-needed win against Stoke City. The London club had been stumbling in recent weeks but finally turned in a performance that left the Den roaring with life. The first home win of the season was secured as Nisbet steered home a brilliant first-half goal after a long throw from Ryan Leonard was flicked on by the impressive Zion Fleming. There could have been more goals in the first half, with Mill dominating as the players looked to respond to that deflating defeat in Norwich, which left Guerrero out the target of chance from his own fans. From Mill fans, not fans of his. But the Mill boss got the performance he needed, and the Lions managed to hold on after a Stoke fight back in the second half that would have left fans sick with anxiety. Matija Sarkic pulled off an outstanding save in the 93rd minute to fend off Andre Vigadao before a 96-minute header from the corner crashed against the post. The nervy ending was in complete contrast to the first half when Millwall were at it from the first whistle. The mood was set after 4 minutes when fans cheered Fleming charging down a Kai Yana Hova pass as though the referee had just awarded the penalty. The chances were beginning to flow around the 20-minute mark. Fleming tried to catch Mark Travers out with a low free kick from the right hand side of the box, but the keeper scrambled down low to get out. The ball bounced to Bradshaw, who knocked it goal bound with an impressive overhead kick before Jules Saville's close range poke was deflected over. Jay Cooper, who signed a long term contract yesterday, almost marked his new commitment to the club with a goal, but his flying header from a corner was also denied by Travers minutes later. Debutant Brooke Norton-Cuffy grew into the game and after 32 minutes showed a flash of inspiration. He went around multiple Stoke players before drawing a free kick out of Ben Wilmot after being taken out. Even with no Charlie Cresswell, the Leeds loanee, who scored twice in this fixture last year, Stoke really struggled to deal with Mill's set pieces throughout, and it's no surprise the goal came from a long throw. After the ball bounced in the box to Fleming, Fleming flicked it on, and it eventually fell for Nisbet, who converted it to the bottom corner. Even after the well-taken goal came from Nisbet, Mill was still very much on top, and half-time whistle was greeted with huge cheers. Stoke manager Alex Neil, who had a first-half altercation with Ryan Leonard as he pushed the Millwall man away as he went to retrieve the ball, rung the changes at the break. Along with switching to a back four, he made 4 half-time changes as debutant Wouterberger, Tyrese Campbell, Mehdi Larice, and Ben Pearson came on. The improvement was gradual, and it became clear after an hour that Stoke were right back in this match. Funny that, it changed to 4 at back and it seemed to improve. Isn't that weird? Andre Vigadao was played in for on goal, but put his effort over the bar as Sarkic closed in on him. In what seemed like a case of the weather reflecting events on the pitch, the bright sun in the first half disappeared and was replaced by dark clouds and rolls of thunder. Floodlights came on at the den to illuminate the suddenly dark pitch while Gary Rowett made changes to try and wrestle back control. Adomir Maka and Andreas Vogelsam were introduced for Nisbet and Norton-Cuffy, as Millwall also switched to a back four. The chances continued to come for Stoke, with Mehdi Larice hitting a shot over the bar after 70 minutes. But Mill seemingly managed to kill the revival despite the tension in the stadium being palpable as rain hammered the pitch. Bradshaw kept on hounding defenders during his fantastic performance, while Sean Hutchinson and Cooper managed to keep together a defence that looked increasingly porous since that opening day with Middlesbrough. But then things changed in stoppage time as Stoke threw the kitchen sink at the host and Millwall almost broke. Vigadao was given a shocking amount of space on the edge of the box, and only a brilliant Sarkic save stopped his curling effort flying in before one of a number of Stoke players all went for a header at the corner and saw the ball flick off the post before being scrambled away. A mix of exhausted sighs of relief and huge cheers greeted the final whistle as Millwall survived a stomach-churning few minutes to click their season back into gear. Yeah, at the end of the game, Stoke's keeper came up. They were going all guns blazing, try and get that goal. And the starting 11, we don't have the subs for some reason. Sarkic, Leonard, Cooper, Hutchinson, Norton, Cuffy, Mitchell, Saville, Bryan, Fleming, Bradshaw, and Nisbet. The attendance was 15,254, including okay. So I'm just pulling up the team on my phone. The subs were on the 68th minute, a Damien Maka for Brook Norton Cuffy, Andres Vogelsammer for Kevin Nisbet, and at the end of the game, 90 minutes, Murray Wallace for Joe Bryan, George Evans for Zion Fleming, and Wes Harding for Tom Bradshaw. The unused subs were Danny McNamara, Duncan Watmore, Romain Esse, and Bartosz Biakowski. So there you go. Those were the subs that got made. Yeah, it was the Millwall chaos. Now, Gary Rowett has mentioned this in the past about the chaos that the players seem to feed on. The goal that we scored was the epitome of that chaos. A throw-in that everyone missed initially. It bounced through. Zion Fleming flicks on the second ball, and Kevin Nisbet drags it down, pulls it down with his left foot, passes it into the goal with his right. Excellent finish, but the chaos was there. And again with the end of the game, just very, very lucky, and it was very chaotic. Their goalkeeper was coming up at the end. It was one of those chaotic games that we seem to thrive in. What I would say is we seem to have gone back to the situation. Obviously, we had quite a few chances, but we only managed to score one goal. So it's not for want of trying, but we seem to be back in that mode where we can only win games if we keep a clean sheet. Obviously, our 2 wins so far this season, 1-0 wins, and you just think maybe if we do concede that first goal, the players are like, "Oh, we don't have a chance in this. It's over." They need to keep the clean sheet because they know they're not really going to score more than one goal. But here we go. That's it. We got the win. The tension has abated. The boot on Garrett's neck has been loosened, and now we wait to see what happens in the next game. Was this a fluke, or was it a fluke before? Has something clicked in the players? We don't know. Obviously, we have to wait. I think. I believe before our next game, the transfer window will be closed. I believe that is the case. So our next game is away to Birmingham on the 2nd of September, and the transfer window will close the day before. So that's it, done and dusted. The squad is set until January. No one's leaving, no one's coming in. That's it. So talk about Fleming leaving, Vogelsammer leaving. If anyone's coming in, anyone else is coming in, I don't know. But the next game we play, that's it. The window's closed. So I'm sure that will be helpful as well. So here we go. We're going to start looking at some of the post-match comments. This is from londonnewsonline.co.uk, the South London Press's online website. Millwall boss makes striker admission after Kevin Nisbet opens goal account for the Lions. Millwall manager Gary Rowett admitted that Kevin Nisbet had been starved of service in recent matches after the Scottish striker scored his first goal for the club in today's 1-0 win over Stoke City. The former Hibernian frontman, who signed in the summer transfer window, produced a clinical finish after Ryan Leonard's long throw was headed on by Zion Fleming. Rowett said, "If you look at the first game, Middlesbrough, he'll be the first one to say he had a couple of big chances. Whilst he would have been pleased to be on the right end of those chances, he would have been disappointed he didn't finish them. For a couple of games, if you're our forwards, you've been very limited in what you've had to work with. You've got to give it to those. You've got to give those forward players opportunities, whether that is just balls in the box, balls that are dropping in the box, or something to at least anticipate and get on the end of. Certainly the way we played today, with that extra energy of Brooke and Joe down either side, we got into some really good positions to put some really good balls into the box. You see it with his goal. If you give him chances, then he'll score them. Same with Bradders. It's about giving them balls to work with. We spoke a lot about putting balls into their strengths, which is to chase, run, and harry, plus into feet. Bradders' link-up play was very good, and it gives us a platform to play off. Wesley was a big factor for Stoke to get them out, and Hutchie dealt with him absolutely magnificently for the best part of it. He stopped them getting any momentum first half when he keeps coming back at them. The energy we expended had an effect on us second half, but we did just about enough to win the game. Game of two halves. First half attacking, and we got the goal. Second half defending, and we kept a clean sheet. All round team performance. This is also from LondonNewsOnline.co.uk. Millwall boss Gary Rowett gives verdict on 1-0 win over Stoke City. Millwall manager Gary Rowett had praise for his players after their 1-0 win over Stoke City this afternoon. The Lions were poor at Norwich City last Sunday, losing 3-1 at Carrow Road, and it led to the travelling fans directing negative chants at the experienced boss. Rowett made 4 changes for today's championship fixture, and summer signing Kevin Nisbet's first half goal ensured they picked up their first 3 points since the opening day's success at Middlesbrough. "I'm pleased for the players," said Rowett. "I said last week it wasn't cause for concern. I'm sure I'm still the same manager I was last week. A little bit happier. But I understood it. When you pay your money, you take your choice. I knew our fans would get behind us if we put the relevant energy and relevant aggression into the game. And that's what we gave them first half. We were very good. We played on the front foot. We played forward early and supported quickly, and we played off those second balls. We caused Stoke quite a lot of problems with that performance. It's a lovely finish by Nizzy, just the calmness around him when he's in and around the box. He's one of those players where it looks like everything slows down for him. He seems to pick the right moment and right finish for the right occasion. It was a good goal. Maybe we had 1 or 2 moments after that. Stoke changed at half time and made a good tactical change, bringing 4 players on, which summed up our first half performance. They benefited from it. They've got a lot of good wingers, 1v1. They started to stretch the game a little bit. We had to make similar changes to try and stop it. We've dug in second half and been resilient. We could have passed the ball a bit better and stepped out a little quicker, but it is what it is. We had to ride our luck a little bit at the end, but it was a good clean sheet and a good performance. Much needed after last week. So you've got a manager there, Alex Neil. Nearly almost as seasoned as Gary Rowett. But they were only losing 1-0 at half time. And he said this isn't good enough. He made 4 changes. And they greatly improved, but they just couldn't get done and get that goal. But he did make the changes at half time. He didn't wait till the 61st minute or the 75th minute. He made the changes at half time. This is from southwarknews.co.uk. Gary Rowett talking about the Stoke fans. Stoke, obviously, a club that he used to manage, and fans not too happy with Gary Rowett and his time there. I knew the Stoke fans were going to be on me today. Millwall boss are facing his former side in crunch match. Gary Rowett was not the most popular man among Stoke City supporters. Gary Rowett joked he was praying Mill grabbed the first goal in order to quieten down the travelling Stoke City supporters in today's championship clash. The Millwall boss was in charge of the Potters over 9 months between 2018 and 2019 and left the Bet365 Stadium as a relatively unpopular figure with fans. Rowett has more recently been trying to get Millwall supporters back on side after negative chanting about his football at Norwich last week. From the first whistle, witty Stoke fans began repeating some of the chants that echoed around Carrow Road on Sunday, and Rowett said, "Look, as a manager, it's difficult, isn't it? I've been in the game long enough. I know that you're going to get judged. I knew the Stoke fans were going to be on me today, which I knew wouldn't help. I was praying that we scored the first goal because it would have been uncomfortable. But for me, it's about controlling what you can control. And I thought our preparation was good this week. Like I said, when you've been managing quite a while, you've been here before. It's about us giving the fans what they want, and the fans suitably got behind it. And like I said last week, I'm not going to stand there and say I'm really happy when people are singing negative songs about me. But at the end of the day, I kind of get the territory, and it is what it is. Sometimes you have to stick your chest out and get on with it and try and dig in a little bit. Rowett also gave his view on Brooke Norton-Cuffy's performance as the Arsenal loanee made his debut before being subbed off after 68 minutes. He said, "Yeah, I thought he was good. I think he's not played much football, something like 60 minutes in pre-season of game action. And we knew today he would be a little bit rusty and might not get through the 90 minutes. But I thought he showed some really bright moments. I think when you play wing-backs, it's really important both wing-backs have the ability to get forward and create. I thought Brooke and Joe, they did that quite well at times, and I think that helps when you make 3 or 4 passes and you retain possession to get them up the pitch. But I thought they were really good first half, and were a big part of our supply line. I think he'll get better. I think he's a talented young player, and he's only a young player, even though he's had a good few loans. And it's nice to see someone coming into a team. We actually won the game rather than struggle with a performance." So there you go, the initial post-match comments. I'm sure we'll get more tomorrow and Monday as the month comes to a close, and so does the transfer window. Now, at this game, there was a program for sale. Not a program for the game, but a 30 years and a den special. And it is now on sale online at curtissport.com. £5, and probably some postage as well. They will be dispatched from the 29th of August. So this is pre-order. Limited edition run. And it's only in the UK. If you're overseas, you need to email them and get in touch and figure out how they're going to get to you. There it is. It is for sale, £5, and there you go. You can order it now. And on that note, thank you for watching, and goodbye.